Mailchimp really hits the feeling with this graphic here. Should I hit send? What if there's a typo? Should I revise more? Are people going to unsubscribe? How are they going to take it? Oh, I'll just do it. I'm documenting the launch of my business on YouTube. Will it succeed? Let's find out. So I'm about to email my mailing list and tell them about this video series. I'm a little bit nervous. Partially just the regular reasons, like will I send a typo, how will it be received, but in part because it's been over a month since I emailed. And you're not really supposed to go over a month because people kind of forget who you are. And I'm just bracing there's probably going to be at least a couple that unsubscribe, which is annoying and just, I mean, I've had a fairly steady stream of subscriptions, so I'm not too worried about it. And then another part is I'm kind of worried that, when I see this, there is a lot of sort of rawness, and like I'm not talking, it's not all like happy. So, they'll see me, if they watch this series, a little bit more vulnerable. I mean, it's fine. I'm not going to hide the series, and, I'm going out here for a reason. So going into Mailchimp here, and so yeah, see, I'm just going to send them a big image that is the link to this web series. Yeah, I actually have a link to, I want to get feedback from people, so I actually have a link to some of the stuff where I was talking to designers and implementing their feedback. So you can say, hey, if you give me feedback, something will happen. And then I also just want to say, hey, look, we haven't emailed in a while. And I'm just going with a pretty plain template. I really don't want to gussy it up. I mean, always good to have a visual and always good to have some sort of pixel so you can track when people are opening it. But yeah, I don't want to go too fancy, even though my product is very visual. But, I don't want them judging me on the design of an email rather than my product. And here's the part you saw at the beginning. Love that graphic Mailchimp does. Look at how it starts to sweat. Well, anyway, hit send. And there it goes. High fives. I guess I'll just go out and see what happens. Of course, yesterday was the first day of spring. And today? Well, a lot of people out there really say a mailing list is one of the best people to reach out to. And it makes sense. I mean, these are people who actually volunteered to get information from you, so they must be interested. And starting a mailing list is one of the first things I did. I put up a landing page and started collecting emails, mostly to see if there was interest, and obviously there was. So, I've got a pretty substantial mailing list, and, very glad to have them. Glad they are interested in the product. Sorry, speaking of mail, here's the mail person. Now, conventional wisdom says you should email people all the time and really keep them updated, nurture your list, make them aware of who you are. But I'm somewhat reluctant to email people if I don't have something to announce. I know people get a lot of email, and I don't want to feel like I'm spamming them. But, at the same time, I want to keep them aware of who I am, so when I do email them with something important, they don't just be like, who's this? And throw it out. So it's a tough thing to balance. And, because I didn't have a lot to announce, because I was working on the back end, I hadn't emailed in a while. So, it is now the evening, the email's been out for a while, and what happened? It actually went really well. I heard back from a number of people, including a guy who's really been enthusiastic, who I hadn't talked to in a while. It was great to talk to him, and got some other feedback, some really great feedback by a guy who had an older computer and things were going kind of slow, so I'm really investigating that. And yeah, I mean, I actually think it really helped that I put that notice of the feedback and the kind of the evidence that I really do listen to people's feedback in there, and I take action based on it. So far, no one subscribes, which is good, and it's probably just me being paranoid. I was like, I haven't gotten back to these people in a while. They're gonna forget about me. They're gonna be like, who the hell's this? But yeah, it's been good. So I guess you got to keep in mind that these are people that that thankfully appreciate what I'm doing. So, thank you everyone on my mailing list. If you want to subscribe, you can just go to Mockup3D, and there's a little entry right there. But if you're subscribed to this channel, you'll probably care a lot anyway. So, either way, snowplows out there. So, thank you. And here's just a quick reminder of why I don't always film outside. I never tried to record outside in Brooklyn. It never ends well.